Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss about logical equivalence. At first we discuss the definition of the logical equivalence. After that, with some example, we explore what is logical equivalence actually. So now, two compound propositions are said to be logically equivalent or equal if they have identical truth values. So what does it mean? Two propositions are there, either it be compound propositions or simple propositions. So two different propositions are there, and if we calculate its truth table separately, for the one compound statement or compound proposition the truth table, and another compound statement there is another truth table. If at the end of this calculation we find out that both the truth tables are exactly same, then we can say these two statements or these two propositions are equivalent, better to say logically equivalent, and it is denoted by the symbol this one. Otherwise this implication implies by sign, that is the biconditional also. Now with an example let us disclose this one. So suppose it is given that P or T means true. P or T, what should we can say? It is equivalent to T, that is true. So we should prove this one first. So what we will do? At first, P means a proposition, its outcome is either true or false. So for P we can have true or false. Now T means it is true, so it is always true. Now what we will find out? We should find out P or T. So its truth table is, as both are true then it is true, and this is false and true, so it is true. So this is the truth table for P or T. Now the value T is there, so its truth table is both, always it is true. Now if we compare between these two columns, then we shall find out these two are identical, so that we can say that this identity and this identity are logically equivalent, so that we can write P or T is equivalent to T. Likewise, if we consider P and T, that should be equivalent to P. So let us check. So at first P means we know its outcome may be true, false. Then T means it is true always, and P and T, it means that true it is true, then false and true it is false. Now if we compare this one, this truth table with this truth table, then we shall find out that these two columns, first column and the third column, these two are identical. So we can say this given expression is logically equivalent. That means P and T is true, is equivalent to the proposition P. So this logical equivalence for, we have so many useful formulas. So the most common and useful logical equivalences we are going to discuss here. And why we should discuss this logical equivalence here? For that I can say that we know that any expression is given, corresponding to that if we create the truth table, then we can compare and we can establish the logical equivalence. But suppose one expression or one compound proposition is there where you have 5 propositions. So 5 unique propositions means there are total 64 rows we should require to create the truth table for the corresponding compound propositions. Now is it possible? Of course not. So always it is not possible when you have the number of propositions are many, that time to create the truth table, and on the basis of truth table if we want to draw the inference, it is not always suitable actually. So for that reason, if we know some logical equivalence formulas, and using by the help of those formulas we can prove this logical equivalence mathematically, or better to say algebraically. So how to prove this logical equivalence without using truth table, that also we discuss, but before that we should go for the common and useful logical equivalences. So the first one is the identity law. Here the identity law means P and T is always equals to P. Similarly, P or F is always equals to P. Now T implies P, it is equivalent to P, and T implies and implies by T, it is equivalent to P. Now it is the idempotent law. Idempotent law means it is P and P. If we do, then it is equivalent to P, and if we take the OR, then it is also equivalent to P. Now it is domination law. So the domination law means it is P or T is equals to T, and P and false is always equals to false. Likewise, it is the commutative law. So commutative law is very much familiar to us, that P or Q is Q or P. Both are always same. Instead of or, if we use and, then also we can find out this commutative property. Now it is the double negation law. Double negation law means the negative of a negative proposition. So negative of negative P is always equivalent to P. Now it is the complement law, which is also known as the negation law. So it is the P or not P always equivalent to true, and P and not P always equivalent to false. Again, P implies not P is not P, and P implies and implies by not P is always false. Likewise, the associative law, that we know, only the change of bracket in the quantities if we do, then it will gives us the same result. And if it is the distributive law, so it is very important. And in distributive law, if we have like this one, P or Q and R, that is equivalent to P or Q and P, then it is or R. Similarly, if we interchange these two operators or these two compositions, then we can find out this one. Now if we use the implication and the and sign, then also we can find out this one. So likewise, whatever be the two connectives are there, with respect to that we can use the distributive property. Now it is the absorption law. In the absorption law, we will find out that P then or P and Q, that is equivalent to, if we interchange these two, then P and P or Q both are equals to the proposition P. Now it is the De Morgan's law, that is also well known property to us, and the same property here also applicable, and it is not P or Q is equivalent to not P and not Q, and if it is not P and Q, then it becomes not P or not Q. Now some important logical equivalence identity we require to know, that is the, if it is the conditional and the biconditional compositions, then what happens. So it is the P implies Q, this is the conditional, and it is equivalent to not P or Q, and same thing, it is the contrapositive, that also equivalent, that we come to know in our previous video also. Now if it is the biconditional, then P biconditional Q, that is equivalent to P implies Q and Q implies P. Otherwise we can express it as P and Q or not P and not Q. It again can be expressed as not P or Q and not Q or P. So these are the various properties which you should know as a formula. We should use these properties in the calculation of the, or in the proof of the logical equivalence. So how to apply these things in the application part, that we are finding out using this next example. So suppose the expression is given here, not then P or not P and Q, that is equivalence to not P and not Q. That means we are supposed to show that this identity is equivalent to this identity or not. Without using the truth table, we should prove this one. So how to prove it? So let us start from the left hand side. So left hand side is this one. So here what to do? We just at first apply the De Morgan's law, because it is not of one proposition, and if we consider this one as another composition, another propositions, then what we will find out? It is not P, that becomes and not of this entire identity. So we should find out this one not P and not of this entire identity. So this is the application of De Morgan's law. We should apply at first De Morgan's law. After what we will do here, just observe this one. Here again we can apply the De Morgan's law. So if we now apply again the De Morgan's law here only, then we shall find out it is not of not P. Then as it is and, it becomes or, then it is not Q. Now here for this one we should apply the double negation law, and we shall find out it is not P. Then and this one, as it is the double negation law, so not of not P means P itself. So P or not Q. Now if we apply the distributive law here, so we shall find out it is not P and P, and or not P and not Q. So after that, here not P and P, this one is what? This is the false. This is the which property we should use? Here it is the negation law we should use. After that, what we will find out here, it remains as it is. Now what to do? Here again we shall apply the distributive property. So it is false, then or not P, and false or not Q. After applying this one, if we apply the identity law here in both, then we shall find out from here it is the not P and not Q. So that this is nothing but our right hand side, and hence we prove the logical equivalence. So in this way we can prove the logical equivalence. Whatever be the two identities are given, we should start from one and we should lead to the another quantity using those formulas or the characteristics or the properties of the logical equivalence. So in this way we can prove the logical equivalence. Anyways, here I am giving you the 3 questions for you, that is do by yourself question. So try to do by yourself and just check you understand the logical equivalence or not. Here are these 3 questions, and I am waiting your reply in my comment box. Till that, thank you. Have a nice day.